Welcome. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you, wherever you are joining us from around the world, folks. Welcome in the ring. Good to see you. Trust you guys have had a fantastic day. Trust that you guys have had a great day. Whatever you did today, whether you're joining us on Twitter, you're joining us on LinkedIn, you're joining us on YouTube, or a Facebook page somewhere across the Blue app, the Blue Meta app. Welcome in the ring, folks. Lots of information. We are there. Lots of information to share with you guys. We there. Next thing you know, we spot Oneidge. Oneidge gone far, people. Oneidge gone far away in Neverland. Good to see each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from this evening. As we have said, from around the world, we're so glad to have each and every one of you. Paul Williams, we see you there. Ann Kearns, Vanessa Hackett, we see you as well. We see you there. Is it Oriana Lord and Horace Thomas? Lynette Joseph is here as well. Rachel Wilford. Paul Williams again. We see you, Paul. You can stop commenting now, Paul. Freya Lyon is here. Kim Walker. Paul, you comment how much ever you want, my brother. Paul is here. Marcia Granham is here too. Good to see each and every one of you. Yep, Irvin Don Cook has showed up. Linda Joseph is here. Christina Beckles is here. Volmay Wilson is here. Shirley Crichton is here. Good to see you, Sharmila. Simone, is it Simeon Carter? Good to see you. Yvonne McPherson. Good to see you as well. Good to see you, Cecile Ogle. Good to see you. Debbie, is it Debbie Apple? Good to see you, Debbie Apple. Is it Debbie Apple? Good to see you. Let me see. Kevin Pierce, Kim Walker, Marcia Griffith, Paula Stewart, Gladys Passad. Good to see you, Gladys. How are you doing? Good to see all of you fantastic, beautiful folks. Vanessa Calendar, I see you there as well. Good to have each and every one of you. Respect and manners, folks. Respect and manners, Camille Cox. How are you doing, Camille? Is it the same Camille from Region 6, Region 5, Region 6, thereabouts? Good to see you, Lynette Joseph, Erica Hooper, Liana Williams. We see you as well, Liana. Folks, wherever you're joining us from this evening, share the live stream, smash that emoji button. We are really grateful that each and every one of you are here with us. I'm Sherrod. Good to have you guys here with us. Good to see you guys here in the ring, folks. We will have it no other way, guys. We will have it no other way. Welcome. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kim Walker, respect and manners. Nadia, we see you. Anne, we see you. Clive Fraser, we see you. We see you, Denny's and Marlon Tony. Marlon, how are you doing? So good to have you at this end, folks. Share the live stream. We know the share button has been giving some folks some problems. But folks, we've written to Facebook about that, and we said, don't come wrong with funny, Facebook. We've said that to them. Yes, we've said it to Zuckerberg. Don't come wrong with funny. Share the live stream. Share the live stream, folks. Pace and power in 2022. We don't know about you guys, but we are fired up at this end, and we are ready to go. Fired up and ready to go into the fight. Where are you folks hiding this evening? Come on out. Good to have you. I see Glenn Sis is here. Gavin Liverpool. Gavin, how are you? Kim Walker, how are you? Ann Beverly, I see you there as well. Heaven Faith is here as well. Good to see you, Heaven Faith. No, sorry, Mexer. With a kind of finesse. Guys, good to see you. Good to see you, Linda Thomas. Good to see you, Maureen Chichester. Good to see you. Is it Maxine Cameron? Good to see you, Linda Pierce. Good to see you, Tessa Corbin. Is you, Tessa? Good to see you, Tessa. I see Cheryl Mulray is here as well. Is it Babalu Perka? Is it Babalu Prika? Good to see you, Babalu. Good to see you. Welcome, Babalu. Could imagine how teachers is called you in class. Babalu, you here? Is who? Oh, Sue? Guys, good to have each and every one of you. Trust that you guys have had a fantastic day. We there. Tech ups, people. Tech ups too much. Penelope Hudson, Chisholm Henry, Andrew Cuthbert, Tanya Cummins. Folks, we love you guys are so privileged to join us from this evening. We are really grateful to have all of you guys here with us. Good to see you, Babalu, Vanessa Hackett, Sue, good to see you, Sue, Leslie Alves and Ann Curran. All of you beautiful folks. Lorraine, is it Garnet? And Bob Annie. I see all of the usual suspects are here. Mel Truckman, I see you there, Mel. I see you, and I want to give a big happy birthday shout out to someone. Who is that special someone? We're gonna give happy birthday shout outs to, folks. Let me just make sure I have my name, the name line up right. I ain't want a problem with some of our favorite people. I don't want a problem, so I'm gonna say happy birthday to is it Alicia Selby? Alicia, happy birthday to you, Alicia Selby. From all of your family members, especially Beatrice Selby, happy birthday, Alicia, and we hope that this birthday is a definitive one for you, that you're well on your way to having all your dreams and your hopes and your aspirations be made reality. Happy birthday, Alicia Selby, from all of us here and from your home circle as well. Happy birthday, guys. And we hope that you guys join us in wishing Alicia a happy birthday from our end. Folks, we're fired up and we're ready to go because it's Alicia's birthday, and also because we got a lot of things on the fight card to share with you guys. Sion Rodney, good to see you there. Carol Hudson, good to see you. Pierce and Power, guys. Everett Small and Marcia Griffith, good to see each and every one of you. I don't know about you, Leslie and Charles, but I'm ready. Ready to head into the fight. Like we started too early this evening. Waiting for you guys, fired up and ready to go. Onessa Ward says happy birthday to you. Young Selby, young Alicia Selby. I hope I'm calling the name right. Alicia Selby Thompson. Yep, Alicia Selby Thompson. Happy birthday to you, Alicia Selby Thompson. And again, we hope that you had a fantastic day and you're going to cap off these remaining hours of your birthday, Alicia Selby Thompson, in a remarkably splendiferous, wonderful way. We hope that you had a great day. Happy birthday again, Alicia Thompson, Selby Thompson. And Wilma Grant, I see you there, Wilma Grant. I see you there, Linda Thomas. And is it Nola Hercules? Nola, how are you doing? Folks, this is probably the only program in the world of this nature in which we give so many shout outs to our favorite people, our listeners, our viewers, our fans, our followers. Guys, it is our privilege to have each and every one of you here, wherever you're all joining us from. Share that live stream. We there. And then boom, we see Sheena Hayes. Boom, Melly St. Ross. Boom, Pamela Kelman Bradford. Boom, Alvin Alexander. We there. Boom, Ingrid King. Boom, Campton Gonzalez. Boom, Guyana Spectator. Good to see each and every one of you guys. We are ready to head to the fight card. We don't know about you. We are ready, fired up and ready to go. Folks, we cannot say it enough how grateful we are for each and every one of you. How grateful we are for each and every one of you guys. Come on board, those of you who've not partnered with us as yet, and partner with us. Those of you who've done so in the past, we invite you to come back so that we can do more of these programs. We can continue, guys, to go from strength to strength. We got Cash App available. We got PayPal. We got Zelle. We got MMG. We got Western Union. We got MoneyGram. All these platforms we have available to you guys. And if you guys want to come on board, message WhatsApp 627-6963, and we're going to tell you guys how. 627-6963. Fired up, ready to go. Hail. Brenda Terrali, hail. Leslie Niles, hail. Tracy Mullen, hail. Melissa Richards, hail. Jared David, hail. Sheena and all the other fantastic folks. Adele Semple, we see you there. Hail. Guys, I am fired up and I'm ready to go. Ready to head into the fight, guys. Each and every one, I love the noise. Guys, let's go. Are you guys ready? School calling, Sandra Hanover. So you know the thing. You know the thing. You know Sancho went to school. She know what it is when school calling, guys. Great to see each and everyone. Am I not looking fantastic? My Lord, look at me. Token came. Make sure my sleeves are fitting well. Token came. Look at me, folks. Catch my good side. Good to see each and every one of you guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We there. Folks, you see this war that you got in the Ukraine, it brings out a lot of people, you know. Denise and Jackie and Glenn says, it brings out a lot of people. June, they came out. So somebody told Donald Ramotar to pick up a pen and to write a letter to the media. And we there, boom! We send a letter to the editor signed by Donald Ramotar. And here is what Donald is saying in this letter, folks. Here is what Donald is saying in this letter. Folks, I never even pass the airport here. I hear my accent. As Chinese. That's my ID card. I ain't passed the airport in a little while. Hear my accent. Here is Donald Ramotar of the PPP fame. Former President Donald wake up this morning, right? And Donald is of the opinion, he roll out to bed, he hop out, he jump out. We believe he hop out. And he's of the opinion, folks, Donald Ramotar, he's of the opinion that Russia's intervention in Ukraine was as a result of the failure to resolve the question of Russia security concern. Mind you, the man even said it's the what you call it? It is the war in Ukraine, Russia's war. He says Russia intervention. Folks, you got to read between the lines, you know, right? They got to read between the lines. You see, I got a cream fold in my bag. I wish I had it on this table. Because I would be able to help you guys to read between the lines. I would be able to help you guys to read between the lines. He just ran out. And he says basically what he's saying here, Donald Ramotar, is that the Ukraine, right? These are the folks who provoked this whole issue that they're having now with the Russians. That's what Donald Ramotar is saying. And you know, folks, I believe that this is the real sentiments that is held by the PPP, you know. But they want to save face, and they're just going with the wind blowing. That's why we are going to examine a statement that came out of the government of the day, the installed regime, and the UN. We're going to examine that. But this is Donald Ramotar. He said that this is as a result. He believes with every fiber of a being that Russia's intervention, not even Russia's war. What kind of fella is this? Russia's intervention, right? Russia's intervention in Ukraine was a result of the failure to resolve the question of Russia's security. So Russia is so threatened by Ukraine that Russia has to defend itself. That's what Ramotar telling us. Very interesting point of view. Very, very interesting point of view. But I listen. I picked up a newspaper, we printed out some of it, and I read through. I said, Donald, you on your own with this. You on your own with that. That's what Donald feel. But that's what I feel about Donald and what he said. We there, folks. And we saw Irfan in Belize. The heads of government meeting is in Belize. Folks, you want to share the life just for that. Them boys meeting in Belize. So on the sidelines of the meeting, we said we're going to ask Irfan his impression of what Donald said. We went over, we asked him, and this was this was the reaction of Irfan. Irfan said, what? Who? Irfan said, who? Sue? Irfan said, who? Donald? Me no Donald. That's what Irfan said. Irfan said, me no Donald. Right? Well, after that, I said, well, I did the right thing. My assumption when I read this thing from the papers was right. Right? My assumption was right. Irfan said, who? Irfan said, I only know Sue. Me no Donald. Who? Previous president where? And you know who we saw sitting close by also, folks? We there. Y'all know who we saw sitting close by? Irfan we saw Robert Prasad. You remember Robert? Robert used to be Minister of what do you call it? Natural Resources. The guys are very quick behind the scenes. Natural Resources. He had a big company. iNews belonged to Robert Prasad at one time too. Yes, the man got real money. And now he's back as an advisor on Borders or something like that at Foreign Affairs. We saw Robert in Belize as well. We saw Robert there. So after we saw this response now from Irfan, we said we could get a substantive response from Robert, being a long-standing member of the PPP, and hearing what Donald said here, that is Ukraine who brought this upon themselves. Basically, right? It's the Ukraine who brought it upon themselves. So we went over to Robert and said, Robert, please, let us have a word with you. And we put this thing. You all realize the further I go from the borders of this country, the deeper the accent coming. So we said, Robert, please. And Robert sat down to us, and this was his own response as well to us, folks. And we don't know what to make of it. Robert said, who? Right? Robert said, Donald who? Donald Duck? I don't know. And Donald Ramadar? That's what Robert said to us. We showed Robert the thing, the newspaper clipping. We said, this is what Donald said in today's newspaper, that it is Ukraine's fault that Ukraine is now being invaded. The civilians are being killed. The infrastructure is being badly damaged. And a war has been declared by Russia. We said this is what Donald said in this morning's paper. And this was the response of Robert Prasad. And of course, if you're now joining us, we want to show you what was the response of Irfan Ali. We don't know what to make of it, but we don't agree with what Donald Ramachar has said. But we would never laugh at a former president in this way. We might tear up the whole speech and so on. We might do this to the thing and so on, right? We might do that, but we would never laugh at a former president in this very rude manner. Shame on you, Robert Prasad. Shame on you. The guys look at me and say, "Why are you letting me in the studio? Why?" Shame on you, Robert Prasad. Shame on you, Irfan Ali, or as Candy says, shame on you, Infantali. Shame on you. Laughing at the former president's advice like this. He said, Russia intervention into the Ukraine was a result of the failure to resolve the question of Russian security concern. And Irfan Ali responded in this manner. And then we asked Robert Prasad, who was close by, and he as well, responded in this very, very rude manner. Shame on you guys. We would never, ever treat a former president like this. Never. Never, ever. We're not laughing at the former president's contention because we know that school of thought is held by some other mad people. We're laughing at how the current installed president is laughing at Donald Ramachar, and how Robert Prasad is laughing at him as well. But folks, moving on the fight card, guys. We there. The same day, you see the accent gone? The accent? The same day, Donald is stating this in the newspapers. Caroline Rodriguez Burkett, our UN permanent representative, is there before the UN and making some very, very strong pleas. And this is what Caroline Rodriguez Burkett, folks, said to the UN National Assembly. She said that the aggression against Ukraine is a threat to the region and countries everywhere. But apparently they didn't share this script with Donald beforehand. So he's not singing from the same hymn book at all. This is Caroline Rodriguez Burkett, again, our UN permanent representative there, who was at a special meeting of that institution just today, folks. And listen to what else Caroline said, and I hope somebody's going to share the live stream. And I hope somebody's going to tag Donald Ramadar as well. Folks, I would smash that emoji button as well for us there. Somebody would tag Donald Ramadar, because this is what is the official line of the regime. In part of the statement that Caroline Rodriguez Burkett made as our permanent representative of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana before the United Nations, this was the 11th emergency special session of the UN General Assembly. And among the other things that Carolyn Burkett said, she says that Ghana deplores the threat of the use of war. Donald, are you hearing? It deplores in the conduct of international relations and urges a peaceful resolution of the differences that currently exist in consonance. I love that word here. Such elegance. In consonance with the rule of international law and the provisions of the United Nations Charter. She went on to say that the current military action in Ukraine is contrary, Donald, to the principle of respect for territorial integrity, sovereignty, and non-interference in the internal affairs of other sovereign states. That's what she said. And she went on, this is the part that was the real kicker, and that really set Donald aside by himself in a stream sailing to Norway. The statement reads, the aggression against Ukraine, Donald, is a threat to the region and countries everywhere. The government of Guyana installed regime supports the efforts of the United Nations Secretary General to bring a speedy resolution to the situation in the Ukraine and to cease the threat to the international peace and security, folks. Unfortunately, and it's their fault, and we blame them again, they did not share their script with Donald Ramelchar, and that is why Donald went off on this tangent to say that this intervention, not even a war, my, Donald, intervention, all that bloodshed and bombing and destruction of life and property is an intervention. Oh, Donald. Oh, but please, you still have some time to pick up the script from Carolyn Rodriguez Burkett and to be brought up to scratch as to what is the country's official position and that of your government as well, Donald. Moving on the fight card, folks. Moving on the fight card. Photo of the day. Picture. Pics of the day, folks. Well, you all know that we boy Irfan, he is in Belize for the heads of government, the CARICOM heads of government meeting. But last night he had a picture of the day. Well, Santoki, Chandrika Prasad Santoki, the president of Suriname, he wasn't taking leave. He said, you want to give him picture of the day? First day he has a government comment. Santoki said, come to see the show. And he did today. Santoki again was winking. Santoki again. I says today, you don't come. Santoki again, folks, giving a wink with this green suit. Lovely green tie, love it. Shades of green. This dark green suit. Women would know these colors better, could pick out if it's emerald green or, ducket green or turtle flesh green or whatever green it is. But Santoki wasn't having it. He was out. He was loud. He was proud. And Santoki made a statement in his green. Bring up the opinion. Folks, hold on. Who's sharing this live stream, folks? Who's smashing the emoji button? We're of the opinion that Santoki yet again was giving a wink, right? Oh, no, he is giving a wink. This is the second time in a month Santoki wearing a fancy green suit. There's a wink here. Folks, we got to we act together. We got friends close by. We have friends close by. This is a wink. So Santoki, guys, ladies and gentlemen from around the world, wherever you're watching us from around the world, folks, wherever you guys are watching us from, Santoki, Chandrika Prasad Santoki from Suriname, here he has a government meeting in Belize, has our picture of the day, strutting his stuff in his lovely green suit, green tie. You know, it's only if I was there, I would outshine Santoki. Just saying. That being said, folks, you know what is that? You all know what is that? Moving on the fight card. You know what's that in this country? You can't get justice in this country. And it would appear some people are bound by the law, shackled. And some other people, the law will not apply to them. They are the exceptions to the rule, folks. They are an exception to the rule. Last evening, we were examining this meeting that was happening in the absence of the head of the installed regime, and the meeting was being convened by Papa Jagabat. And we pointed out that at that table, there you have Ashni Singh, who was wanted for a lot of fraud charges. As soon as they came back into office, Serendipitously, those charges, hear the fancy word, serendipitously, those charges were dismissed, those charges were dropped. Barjagi himself answered a lot of charges for undervaluing, for buying undervalued land and selling undervalued land as well there at Pradoville, I think 1 and 2. And there at the table as well was a fellow named Terachan Balgobin. And what is started in this country, folks, is that folks cannot get justice. You know, and oftentimes we share these stories with you. Oftentimes we share these stories with you with the fraction of time. You hear fancy words tonight? I buy my dictionary by Austin Bookstore. Well, you know that fancy dictionary too. Serendipitously, with the fraction of time, folks. Sometimes we forget these issues. And oftentimes we need a reminder. Now, Terachan Balgobin has now joined a long list of PPP untouchables. A long list of them. We haven't seen him in public view in recent times. And here is why. Last year, July, we don't know what was the cause of it, but Terachan Balgobin was coming down from Berbice. And he seemed to be driving good there on the public road and suddenly swerved into the lane of the oncoming traffic. There was a young man riding his motorcycle, a young teacher from Berbice, a young Indo-Guyanese teacher from Berbice. Not that it matters. That young man was struck down and killed on the spot. And there are photographs where Terachan Balgobin's vehicle is on top of the motorcycle that a young man was driving, the cycle that he was riding. On top of that cycle. Today, Terachan Balgobin has never seen a police station. Today, he has not been charged. As a matter of fact, Starbuck News, following up on this matter early in January, had said it was 6 months since, and there was no information on what was happening with this case involving Terachan Balgobin. And we are reliably informed, is the project's manager, the project's department head there at the Ministry of Finance. But again, we say, folks, that Terachan Balgobin seems to be joining a long list of people who seem to be above the law in this country. That's the share. That is an encouragement to share the live stream so that folks can get the valid, credible information. And least you forget, folks, here are some of the other people who are making this exclusive list as well. And we're going to go through it very quickly for you guys. You all remember Carl Singh? How could you forget Carl Singh? I know some of you have forgotten Carl Singh. Who's sharing the live stream? Who is smashing that emoji button? Now, Carl Singh is the Region 9 REO. You all remember Carl Singh shot that young woman in her stomach? You all remember that? He was sent on leave from work for a couple days and then is back on the job. You all remember Carl Singh? Has Carl Singh been charged as yet? He's the REO, a PPP REO in Region 9. Nothing has happened to Carl Singh. And then there we have Terachan Balgobin, who has recently surfaced after his sabbatical, quite in the form of Carl Singh. You know, you do something wrong, you take a couple of days off, you drink a beer, and you come back. Terachan Balgobin is back. And then we have Jamal Hussain. Jamal Hussain, folks, for those of you who don't know, Jamal Hussain is the Region 3 Vice Chairman at the RDC. Sorry, the Region 6 Vice Chairman at the RDC level, much like Terachan Balgobin. This Region 3 Vice Chairman, Region 6 Vice Chairman, apologies, Jamal Hussain, hit down a pedestrian and killed the pedestrian. He has never been charged. You never see the inside of a police station. You never see a court step. His matter is still awaiting what? What is the famous term? A legal opinion. And then we got Alicia Dalrymple. How could we forget? Right? How could we forget? Folks, if we forget, bite we. If we forget Alicia Dalrymple, please and thank you. Bite us. If we forget, Alicia Dalrymple bit a policeman who dared to correct them for a traffic offense in Region 3. They were coming across the Harbour Bridge. Who dared? Alicia Dalrymple's PPP has never seen a police station, has never seen a court step, folks. Never. And then we get a member of parliament. a sitting member of parliament, Faisal Jafar Ali, who struck down a 12-year-old in Berbice, hit down, knocked down a 12-year-old in Berbice, fled the scene. He was never charged, never questioned by police. He's still in the National Assembly. Still sits in the National Assembly. And then we got Dr. Grayson Halley. Like knocking down people is the specialty in the PPP. Knocking down people. He hit down someone also in Region 6. Never charged by police. Never see a day in a court. Never. And so, folks, the question we are asking, the question is 2 Guyanas we got. I know we love to say 1 Guyana. But it seems where the application of the law is concerned, and PPP, folks, we got 2 Guyana. That is how it comes across to folks. That is how it comes across. Is there 2 Guyanas? That's a question you all could answer. That is a question all of us could answer. Margaret Craig. Adele Semple. Right? Desmond French. Audrey Bob. Lily Paul. Are there 2 Guyanas? That is the question for the evening. And certainly a question that each of us can answer. Stephanie Pierce and Mark Allman, Roxanne and Rhonda, Shondell Moses, and Nadia Seafood. All you fantastic folks can answer this question. When you look at the information, are there 2 Guyanas? Are we all equal before the law? Are we all really equal before the law? That being said, folks, moving along on the fight card, justice is required in each and every one of those instances we've just articulated. We've just enumerated for you guys. Justice is required. You know what justice is also required? In this case, now this is a young man. This is a young man, folks, who by his own admission was responsible for the Regent Street multiplex owner being killed. Himself and some other accomplices seem to have waited for the multiplex owner and shot him in cold blood, took some money, took some gold and other valuables and fled by their own admission. And now he's gone scot-free because he's already served. How much time? He has served about 6 years. We advise here. He has served 6 years, and for time served and some other mechanisms of the law, he walks free. He walks free, ladies and gentlemen. Justice or not, he walks free. In addition to that, since I have your attention, I beg your indulgence. We came across this issue here as well, where this young man also murdered his wife, and we're being made to understand on the job. But his fate seems to be different. Life imprisonment. Life imprisonment. So in one instance, you went to rob a man as soon as according to the report we read in the first instance, as soon as these young men saw the owner of the multiplex, they shot him several times, took his gun, valuables, cash, and a whole lot of other stuff, and fled. He was on remand for 6 years, and now he walks free. After pleading to a lesser charge of manslaughter, he has walked free for time served. In all instance, this gentleman killed his wife, a dastardly, cowardly, wicked, despicable act. Both of them. He has life in prison. Yep. Justice. Be the judge for yourselves. Justice. Justice. And then we come across this information, folks. And we're being made to understand that the alleged murderers of the Henry boys, they are going to be tried in the High Court. And this is Vinod Gopal and Anil Sanchara. And we've heard from them before in the past on this very program. And you know, folks, lots of you have said, you don't believe that these are the real architects, the real masterminds of the brutal murder of the Henry boys. And we've all been asking for justice in all of these cases, but especially where it concerns the Henry boys. The brutality of their murder requires nothing less. And so the update tonight, folks, for those of you watching, is that Vinod Gopal and Anil Sanchara, who according to the police one day said they got confessions out of them, and then the next day the Gopal and Sanchara were pleading their innocence, and their family members as well pleading their innocence. They have now been committed to stand trial in the High Court. They have been committed, folks, to stand trial in the High Court. And we're going to keep following this because we know that this particular case roused the conscience of this nation. And so we're going to be keeping you folks informed as to where this case goes now that Vinod Gopal and Anil Sanchara have been committed to stand trial for the murder of the Henry boys. We're going to keep you guys posted on that front. And I know lots of you, I'm seeing some of the comments even now, saying, we believe this. We believe it's these boys. Signs of the times, folks. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. You got to be so careful out there, guys. On these roads, you got to be so careful. As we were coming off here last evening from our program, we learned that Lionel, I hope we got the pronunciation right, Lionel Berkeley, is the latest fatality in Agricola. Met his demise on the Agricola public road. Died by way of an accident that occurred there last evening. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. We're hearing reports that he was the driver of Mr. Hamilton, Mr. Joe Hamilton, who is the Minister of Labor. And then there's another report that suggests he's the stepson of Joe Hamilton, and one is saying he's his driver and his stepson. We're hearing a whole bunch of things, guys. And we're going to continue to pursue these details with the hope that we get some clarity. But we can report that Lionel Berkeley lost his life tragically and regretfully on the Agricola public road last evening. And we have been saying on our programs here, guys, ritualistically now, slow down, arrive alive, use the roads with caution. Use the roads with caution. Again, our thoughts and our prayers go out to Lionel Berkeley and his family, his friends, all of those who loved him, the community that celebrated him every day, folks. Our thoughts and prayers go out to each and every one of them. That being said, folks, signs of the times. An ambulance belonging to the GDF crashed during the course of the day. And this is some information we're picking up via TikTok. An ambulance belonging to the GDF lost control and crashed into several vehicles on the Craig public road. Yep. We have some footage of that. Take it away, guys.
Where the driver there, Joe? Sorry. Man, the couple. It's good expensive. Okay, brother.
Yep. Regretfully, we don't have any details whether folks were seriously injured in this accident. But we're going to continue to follow it towards that end. And for those of you who just went by maybe a little too fast for, here's another look at this accident involving a GDF ambulance that lost control and slammed into several vehicles there on the Craig public road.
Where the driver there, Joe? Sorry. Man, the couple. It's good expensive. Okay, brother.
guys, and that is why we got to slow down. That is why we got to take caution on the roadways as we engage the road, as we use the road, guys. We got to slow down and we got to think about the other person as well. We have to do that. We have to do that, or else this is the result. And in those extreme cases, the loss of life, folks. As we saw with Mr. Berkeley, we got to slow down and we got to be very, very cautious on the roads. Signs of the times, guys. Signs of the time. Please, as we engage the road, Harriet Wilson, let's slow down. Monica Johnson, let's slow down. Marlon Samuels, let's slow down. Wonderful. Folks, we know you're locked in. You are well tuned in. Share the live stream for us. We know some of you guys have been getting some challenges, and we don't put it past the trenches and the jaggerbacks one bit to be interfering. But those of you who can, share the live stream, smash that emoji button as well. Thousands of you are watching us, guys. Do us that favor. Moving along in the fight card, guys. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. But this is special news for some of y'all. It's not everybody news. This news belongs to some specific people. Who do they belong to? The Jaggerbats and the Trench Capos. The Jaggerbats and the Trench Capos. This is their new segment. Alert now. Be on alert. That is what the bell was ringing for. Be on the alert. The Jaggerbat and the Trench Capo news. FYI. I hope the folks in infrastructure looking at us. I hope, because some people have been crying out daily. You see Facebook about roads and drainage. Lots of infrastructure work still needs to be done with the biggest budget ever. And so were the people quite recently in an area of Watuka. I think they call it the Hilltop there. Hilltop, Watuka. They were crying out because they want some justice for the roads there as well. They want some work to be done on their roads. Watuka, West Watuka Hilltop residents are angry, folks. They only cry. The vets, they're angry at the state of the roads there in West Watuka. And I want you guys to take a look at that. Take a look at what they said. The vets.
This is help you ask the deputy mayor. He said you can talk to from.
The vets.
No, just 1 month.
Take a look.
When the prime minister, the campaigning for turn prime minister, a gap with the market at how you was friend. When you're calling for help, you didn't answer the phone. Now you got to pay for look after your flipping road yourself. So this is Irish Guyana, we call it. Just 200 yards of road, and nobody can come to your rescue. So that to the F with all of them when the election come.
Yep. Hold up. I don't want to pretend I just didn't hear him say, did he say the F with all them and he voting back for them when election come? Did I hear that? Did I imagine that? Yeah, I told you they were angry. I told you they were angry again. I know some of us a little slow. We are grunting in age. We eyes don't pick up right. It was nighttime there in West Watuka Hilltop, and the guys were trying to get the road patched. And for those of you who you're hearing a little slow and so on, take another listen, take another look.
This is help you ask the deputy mayor. He said you can talk to Supram. Up to now, just 1 month. When the prime minister, the campaigning for turn prime minister, a gap with the market at how you was friend. When you're calling for help, you didn't answer the phone. Now you got to pay for look after your flipping road yourself. So this is Irish Guyana, we call it. Just 200 yards of road, and nobody can come to your rescue. So that to the F with all of them when the election come.
So you thought you were friends, didn't you? You thought you were friends. You're going to learn about these people. You're going to learn about them. Once bitten, twice shy. You thought you were friends. You won't make that mistake again. I am absolutely certain you won't make that mistake again. Moving on to the fight card, folks. Guys, have you shared the live stream? Have you smashed that emoji button? Peoples, have you done that? Have you done that for us? Share the live stream. Smash that emoji button. We there. I know I ain't see Oneidge for a little while. But I know Oneidge gone so far. Oneidge are telling Nairobi, Kenya. You know when you get them long trips, you got to carry somebody with you. You got to carry somebody. So we won't vex if Oneidge carry somebody. Carry your personal assistant, the secretary. You need company on these long trips. Nairobi, Kenya. Oneidge gone far. We there. We see Oneidge telling Nairobi, Kenya. But is what Oneidge discussing in Nairobi, Kenya that was of interest to us? We beg your indulgence. We beg your indulgence as you share the live stream. And Beverly, Margaret, Craig, Patricia Kisun, and Diane McFarlane. Alicia Thomas, we see you as well. Joylan Cook, Roxanne, Leonard Sampson. We there. Who's going to share the live stream for us? Who's going to smash that emoji button? Oneidge talking about Guyana remains committed to safeguarding the planet. It sounds nice on the face of it. It sounds nice on the face of it. When you hear it for the first time, it sounds nice. And you know, Oneidge is qualified in law. So when we say it sounds nice prima facie, Oneidge will understand what we say on the face of it when you hear the thing. But when you examine the actions of the installed regime, you realize that the words and the actions not matching up. They say they care about the environment. Folks, I beg your indulgence, and I take you back just a couple months ago. Not 10 years, not 50, not 20. Within the last year, and show you how their actions and their words are not matching up. Among other things, folks, among other things, this is what Oneidge said in this issue on this matter. Let me quote quickly. She said that rather that the preservation of nature, take a listen now, the preservation of nature is inextricably linked to the Earth's survival. She went on from what she said initially. The preservation, listen to these words, are inextricably linked to the survival and the achievement of, to Earth's survival and the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Again, prima facie. On the face of it, the thing sounds nice, but when you examine the actions of the people, we remember some mangroves that were planted in Region 3 to prevent flooding and erosion and ultimate damage to life and property there of the people in Region 3. So when we hear Oneidge talking about the preservation of what? Let me refer back, right? Let me bring this up big for you guys to see. The area there in Region 3 where you have this massive, this massive mangrove, right? And here's what Oneidge said today again. The preservation of nature is inextricably linked to Earth's survival and the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. And just because them boys want to make money, they forget that. The last few months, they forget all of this. And them guys mowed down this whole area. They don't believe in the preservation of nature then. Some one of the friends and family, the cronies, the trenchies, the trench crappers, and some of them jagabats, he want to put a shore base, and they said, well, it's just little trees. We call them the mangroves, just protect life and so on, erosion and so on. You know, they give off, carbon dioxide and oxygen based on the time of day and all of that, right? But okay, money got make. And then this was the result. This was the result. But Oneidge didn't know about preservation of nature and achieving the sustainable development goals when money got to make. Them guys mow down, weed down, pull out, root out, haul out. All of those mangroves there from Region 3. And you know what put it down in this space now? A show base. A show base. Money got to make. So it's very hypocritical on it. Not much, little bit. Little hypocritical. When you're doing the most damage to the environment. To come and be talking about the preservation of nature. Here's another look at this area. That's when the day a little brighter. All of that mangrove. Oneidge them more than who's sharing the live stream. But Oneidge them Nairobi, Kenya. Where people know how the wicked stink and dirty. And talking about the preservation of nature is inextricably linked to the earth's survival. When you're destroying the earth so wantonly, give us a break. Not plenty on this, just a little bit. Give me a break. Give us a break. Please and thank you. This is the track record of the people who say they love the environment. Y'all remember this? Y'all forget this already? Over 50 acres of mangrove. Over 50. Notice if the sea come in, those houses there at risk first and foremost. But money got to make. Who care? Who care? Money got to make. And while I have your attention here, gentle friends, Romans, countrymen, lovers, lend me your ears. Lend me your ears. While I have your attention, this is the same administration who pursuing projects, big projects that can be harmful for the environment. And a critical component of these large projects that could be potentially harmful for the environment, a critical component. Those of you who've been watching us know almost instinctively we are going. The environmental impact assessments. This is the same administration, the same people who have been vitiating, been wavering this critical component of these projects that tells you what is going to be the possible impact on the environment, on human life, the ecosystem, such and so forth. This same administration, let me just give you a sense of some of the projects that they have said you don't need an environmental impact assessment on. Just in case you guys have forgotten and you are listening to what the woman in Nairobi telling me. She's far from shores. And so she is. Oh, she's telling me the truth her way. Let's put it that way. Take a look. The new Harbor Bridge. They say you don't need an environmental impact assessment. These people who just telling me they care for the environment. They say you don't need one in this case. Maybe the next project. And then the next project came along. This was the exploration of the Kanji block for oil. And then they said we don't need an environmental impact assessment for this. The next project. And then when the next project come, this was the oil and gas waste treatment facility at COVID. And they said, oh, shucks. We don't need an impact assessment for this as well. The next one, maybe the next one. And then the next one came. This is a Marriott branded hotel at Good for Work. They said, no. You don't need an environmental impact assessment there either. Maybe the next project. And this now is the 12-well exploration campaign on the offshore at the Kanji block. And then they say, no, we don't need an EIA for this neither. Maybe the next project, or the next, and the next, and the next, and so go on. That is how it has been going on. And the people are telling us here. In Nairobi, I want to go back to my notes. Yes, we are for the preservation of nature because it is inextricably linked to the environmental, to the earth's survival and the achievement of the sustainable development goals. Oh, but the word and the action, folks, the word and the actions don't align. They don't cohere, folks. So while Oneidge is in Nairobi, Kenya, we remind you, while she's there talking about all these fancy and fluffy things, we remind you of the actions. Talk is cheap, but the actions, people, the actions. And next on the fight card, the local government commission. The local government commission. They got certain elements. As our brother Oneidge Narain the mayor of Georgetown, his worship, told us in our podcast today, behaving like Cartoon Network. only Ubrach could coin it in such a way. To give you a picture, he said there are elements there. And the local government commission, they're behaving like the Cartoon Network. This games they're playing. It's kids' time. They're not serious. That's the point he was making. They are not serious. They're hiring people to City Hall, not even informing the council. They're firing people from City Hall and not informing the council. They're sending people on leave as they did recently and not informing City Hall. They mean to strangle City Hall. Folks, we gotta be grown-ups, you know. And not because we don't always agree. We can decide on what is best for the Guyanese people and move forward on those issues. And so we're encouraging the local government commission tonight. Rethink this posture and together let us build a capital city that can be the marvel of the world. But how are we going to do that if all we're thinking about is along political lines and we're destructive? And an entity like the local government commission should be building local government and not seeking to be a hindrance, not seeking to be an obstacle. We can do much better, folks. We can do much better. That's our program for this evening, guys. That's our time here with you. And we want to thank each and every one of you who have joined us. Share the live stream as we go, folks. Smash that emoji button, folks. And let us work together to build this country of ours, folks. Please and thank you. Good to see you, Shondell Moses, Gavin Washington, Leslyn Alves, Audrey Barr, Shondell Moses again, Hazelyn King. Good to see you there. Paulette Hicks and Mavis Henry. Good to see each and every one of you. And somebody, please tell Donald to borrow Carolyn's notes from that meeting today so he can get on the same page. Leonard Joseph, good to see you. Petula Boys, good to see you as well. And thanks to each and every one of you for joining us this evening. Guys, you know we always say we cannot do these programs without you. And that is why we've been encouraging you guys to come on board and help us to do more of these programs. Help us to meet our responsibilities at this end, to keep the lights going, to keep the internet on, to keep the doors open, guys. Help us to do that. We're available via Cash App. Our Cash App handle is the $ in the ring 592. The $ in the ring 592. We're also available via PayPal. We also available via Zelle. Our email address for both is one email, in the ring 592 at gmail.com. In the ring 592 at gmail.com. Via MMG, peoples. We are available as well. The local Cash App in Guyana is MMG. Our number there, 627-6963. 627-6963. We need your help to continue to go forward. Share the live stream. Smash the emoji button. We're available via MoneyGram, available via Zelle as well, guys. If you need any guidance on any of these platforms, how you can contribute to the program and be a real blessing to us, guys. The number you want on WhatsApp is 627-6963, and we're going to be certain to give you some guidance. 627-6963. You can WhatsApp that number, send us a message. We're going to try to be as responsible as possible. But guys, as you go, smash that emoji button, guys. And share that live stream wherever you fantastic, beautiful folks are joining us from this evening. Come on board and partner with us. Come back on board and partner with us. Folks, we need your help to keep moving forward. Great to see each and every one of you here, guys. Share the live stream. Smash that emoji button. We see you, Glensis Mingo Born. Bob Andy, we got you. Paul Hawk Kippins, we have you as well. Yvonne Daly, come on down. Spurry Lee, good to see you, Spurry Lee. You've been in our studios. You've seen what we've doing, and we've grown leaps since then, Spurry Lee. Thanks for the thanks, Spurry Lee. Good to have you here as well. Destiny Phillips. Destiny. Good to see you. Joylyn Cook, Warnella Garnett. Good to see you, Warnella Garnett. And happy birthday again as we go to Alicia Selby Thompson. Happy birthday. Hope you've had a great day. Good to see you, Lynette Joseph. Good to see you, Jackie Bear, Lizzie Simon, and all of you beautiful, fantastic folks. Wayne Bob, we see you. Sharon Castillo Edwards. Carol Hudson, we see you. Guys, if you don't make a comment, we won't be able to give you a shout out, so don't think we're being biased. Dakota Daniels, we see you. Nikki Ellis, we see you. Is it Calvis Nicholson? We see you, Calvis. I've seen this name for the first time. Calvis Nicholson, good to see you. Lativia, where have you been hiding, Lativia? Good to see you as well. Marcel Williams, come on down. Good to see you, Marcel. Janet Edwards and Heaven Faith. Good to see you, Heaven Faith. Volmy Wilson, good to see you as well, folks. That's our time. That's our program. Share the live stream as you go. Smash that emoji button and stay safe, guys. Take it easy on the road. Take it easy on the road. That's our time. Stay safe, people. Please and thank you. Stay safe, guys.